How about now? You guys hear me now? Yes. Yes. You guys hear me now? Hey, let's go, guys. Hey, thank you for sticking with me. I'm a robotics creator. I have a channel on robots and AI. So I typically go over like all the types of humanoid robots and AI and stuff. And beyond that, I talk about all the things in people's lives that it might affect. So in like 2 to 3 years, we're expected to have like 4 out of 5 people are expected to interact with like a humanoid robot on a daily basis. So I've worked in technology most of my life, so I try and share and have those conversations with people. Um, one thing in particular, and guys, it's the winter solstice tonight. You guys know what the winter solstice is? Who in the room knows what the winter solstice is? So it means it's the shortest day and the longest night. So you guys are spending the longest night of the year with me, and it's no coincidence this time of year we have all kinds of festivals, we have Christmas, we have all these things because it's important to you know lighten up these long nights, and I think that's what a lot of the holidays about. Whatever you celebrate, all kinds of holidays out there. Um, but let's get into it tonight. I'll try to share my passion of robots and AI with you guys, and we'll look through some news and stuff like that, and we'll get into it. So. Um, and thank you guys for subscribing. We're already at 115. I just yesterday I had 88 followers. I've done about 3 lives this weekend. I did a campus tour where I went up to kind of like strangers and asked them what they thought about robots, and that was pretty interesting for me. I've never done something like that. And then I did a holiday shopping where we checked out some robots at the Costco. And Lewis P, I've recognized your name before. He said he's passionate about planes. So, guys, I always like, Lewis has heard this before, but, with robots and AI, I think it's changing the way that we look at like working and labor because, um, everyone has to have their job, but in most countries, I think, definitely in the US, like if you have a job, with the way costs are increasing, just one job really doesn't cover it. So a lot of people work 2 jobs, and I think it's a smarter thing to do to, you know, start making another way to make income. Maybe that's investments, but a lot of people don't have the money for investments. So I think the easiest thing to do is to like, if you're passionate about something, get online like I'm doing and just share about like, okay, this is robots, this is planes. So Louis P, I want to encourage you. He mentioned in the comments that he likes planes. I'm asking you, have you ever made a video about planes? If so, we should pull it up and watch it. If not, let's watch some plane videos or something like that. Is there any cool in particular type of planes? Um, and we can share. So Lewis has made a video. Let's check it out. Lewis, is it on your channel? Lewis P underscore two. And guys, this is what it's about. I always encourage people with the changing times. Like, it's important to be a content creator, and my channel is about robots and AI, but it's also about preparing for a world with robots and AI, which means people should kind of build audiences, because audiences are that. So Lewis, the guy who's in the room tonight, he's telling us about his passion. It's about planes, and we're gonna check out his TikTok. All right, I'm gonna pull up TikTok, and you let me know. Is your username on TikTok the same as your username on YouTube? Lewis P two. I'm looking up. So guys, if it's your first time here, hey Lewis, is this your page? Um, Shiro Yeager, welcome into the room. So, oh, Lewis, is this your page? So, Lewis, let me know in the comments. No, it's Jet 2 Aviation 2. Hello, Shiro Yeager, calling in. He's from Northern Ireland. Welcome in. You know, I think that's pretty cool. You know, I spent a lot of time in Wales, so I'm familiar with the island, the United Kingdom, guys. If you don't know, it's Northern Ireland, Scotland, England, and Wales. So I know, and we got someone from Holland in here, guys. Welcome in. We got an international group. We got an international group here, and guys, this is a robotics channel, so I share about robots and AI all the day. Wales is nice from the mountains in north, and you know what, guys? I want everyone to see what it's like over in the United Kingdom, Northern Ireland. I'm not too familiar with beautiful places there. We got India in the room, guys. Welcome in. We got India, Holland, Northern Ireland. You know, this is a robotics and AI channel, so we're gonna get into that in a second. But we're also, maybe I'll pull up some pictures of these places so that everyone can explore on this live stream tonight. We'll all see these beautiful places around the world. So, and Lewis is from England. Lewis, I'm trying to pull up your video, man. I lost your comment. Let me try and grab it here. So guys, with robots and AI, I think it's definitely changing like the job market and stuff like that. So I always encourage people who join in that if you have a passion about something, make videos like me. And I'm happy to be your support you on the stream. I always try to pull up one person per stream who's making videos and encourage them. So we got Lewis from England who we're going to highlight tonight. So guys, check out this Lewis. He likes planes, so we're gonna follow his page, Jet 2 Aviation. We're gonna look at his most recent thing, guys. All right. So check it out, guys. So maybe it's some audio. There you go, I got audio.
What are contrail lines and how do they work? A contrail is short for condensation trail.
So guys, we're watching a plane video just because we have someone here who's interested in planes. So Lewis, I played the video a little bit. I'm liking, I'm commenting, and I appreciate you I appreciate you being involved in the room, and I appreciate everyone, guys. We got people from all over the world who have joined into the live stream. So we got Sherry saying one of my brothers is a pilot. So look, we're all relating. Like Lewis is here sharing his interest in planes. I'm not terribly interested in planes, but he's sharing his interest, and other people are kind of relating to that. So I'm just commenting on your most recent. Thanks for sharing. So guys, I encourage people to do it because it takes years to make some money on social media and stuff like that. But maybe in a few years there'll be a time where you need the extra money. So just start. It's not. People think they have to do this whole. They spend so much time thinking about how do I put a video out that it takes it takes too much time. With social media, you have to go live. Like that's why I go live. If you look at my channel, I've spent a lot of time into videos that no one watched. All right, no one watches my robot videos. Maybe like 100 people will watch them, but more people tune into my live. And yes, I am American. Like I said, I spent time in Wales growing up. I've lived different places, but I am American. So went to finance for work. And guys, since we have people, I don't speak Welsh, guys. I'll tell you something funny. People don't really know that Wales, like England, like there's different languages spoken there. And Shiro Yeager, What's that town in Wales that has like that super long name? Um, Gosh, when I'm over there, I see it on the channel. Do I make robots? I don't personally make robots. I know a lot about robots. I teach about robotics here. Guys, if you're interested in robots and want to make robots, as somebody unknown just commented, there's like there's a company called Arduino, and you can get kits and you can make a robot at home. And why is that important? Because in just 3 years' time, 4 out of 5 people will interact with a humanoid robot. And what do those look like? I'm about to pull up a video of what these robots are like. And they're it's going to be rapid change. Like if you think about AI, um, uh, if you think about AI, that went in um, super rapidly. And I think it shocked a lot of people, guys. It was a lot of good. I mean, we can do a lot of cool things with AI. And I'm definitely not against technology. I've worked in technology my whole life, but um, we got to have these conversations because it's important in how you set up your life. Um, and guys, never mind the moderator thing there. I set it up, but I don't think I put the right settings. But anyways, so these are all the different types of humanoids. All right, so like this is what I share about. So like this is the Xpeng robot. It's a real robot in China. Okay. This is the Figure O2 robot. You see it here doing laundry and stuff like that. This is another Chinese robot. It's actually popular in the U.S., but um, it's called the this is the Unitree G1 robot. This is the Unitree R1 robot. These are real videos, guys. This isn't AI. And this is the Boston Dynamics robot. So, guys, um, so somebody unknown, he put an interesting comment. He said, AI is ruining my country. And, guys, I want to tell you that we cannot dwell on, okay, this sucks for us. Because in life, this is just me speaking to you the best that I can. Okay, you might be put in situations that are challenging. Okay, and if you dwell, I'm not from Dubai. I'm from the United States. I'm from the U.S. I'm very mixed. So guys, you can't dwell on okay, AI is ruining things because let me tell you, your life, you can always make your life better. You have to, set your life up and work towards something better. And also, your life can always get worse as well. So you have to always be moving forward. There's like an Einstein quote, life's like a bicycle. You got to keep on pedaling. And it's so true because oftentimes with like things like AI, um, um, with things like AI, like in or like whatever situations in your life, you may think, oh, my life sucks, and it may have an element of sucking, but you have to remember that there's times in your life you think, okay, this is the worst it can get, and it can get worse. So you always have to make a conscious effort to try and make your life better, and that's what I always tell people to do. So with the I tell it like it is. Robots and AI are definitely going to put a strain on job markets because hard to compete against an AI that can learn once and never make a mistake again, doesn't take vacation, doesn't do all those things. And I think employers are going to want it more and more and more. But it is what it is. You got to learn it, and if you stick with me, if you subscribe, every day we talk about the different elements of AI and robotics. So, um, you'll definitely learn it by being part of the channel, and then we talk about, okay, these things are changing. Okay, you better just start working towards, no one's coming to save your life. You got to start now doing little things, and over time you'll at least be closer to, a better life for yourself. So if you have a social media, share it. Do you know the song? No, I don't know that. And actually, one thing about playing music is, you can't play copyrighted music when you're on streaming, or it affects your account. So you hear the music I'm playing in the background. It's just because I have a copyright license on this song in particular. Um, so let me see. No, North Carolina. Somebody unknown. Thank you for your comments, Sherry. Shiro. Thank you for all your comments. Um, Angry Otter reacts. Hey, thank you. Welcome in. I appreciate you being here for sure. And yeah, like I said, so these are all the type of humanoids, but you know, with the discussion, we went over the discussion and said, okay, it's going to affect jobs, so you should start your social media. We showed someone in the audience's socials, and we followed it, guys. That's what we do as a group. We did some good. We followed someone who's following their passion and who's talking about planes. And Cheryl, thank you. Hope I earned a follow. Appreciate you guys. And we got Northern Ireland in here, and we definitely appreciate it. But now let's talk about how AI and robots um, are going to be used for good. Okay, guys. So one thing that I like to bring up is, um, okay, there's some jobs that we need to do a better job at. And what am I talking about? Okay, I'm not sure. We have people from all over the world, so it might be different. But there is definitely a problem in the world with taking care of elderly people. All right. So this is a robot. Look, it's a robot. It's a cute robot tool, and this is being used in Japan, and it's been clinically proven that it's really helping elderly with their loneliness. So you're about to see in a second how they're using it. So you see it in homes, they're giving everyone one of these robots. It's called a Miro robot. And, look at the smile on her face. Look at the smile. I mean, look, these little things, they're being used for comfort. So you can't say all robots are bad. I certainly don't. I've worked in technology a lot of my life, and there's a lot of cool things. There's a lot of cool things with technology, and so we'll embrace it. We know. Lewis P said, it's a bit sad to know it's not the real thing. And hey, the real thing would 100% be better. There's nothing better than, compassionate, like being around animals, if you guys have dogs and all that. But at the same time, you know, often these people, they just live alone. No one comes to visit them. They don't have a dog. And so it's definitely better. It's definitely better when, people are, at least get something, man, okay, let's see what else people are saying. We got Fats Check. Welcome in. It's the first time I've seen this name in the room. He said it's a scam. Like I said, you can think it's a scam or not. Like, I follow the investments, and I know about the robotics. It's going to be a much bigger part of your life. So, you take the situation and you move towards something positive. Don't just, because it's about your life, man. And Micah, welcome back in, man. I appreciate you being here. So Micah was here last night. I want to give him a shout out. Micah Werner. Thank you for being here 2 days in a row. We're here all weekend. And guys, if you didn't know, today is the winter solstice. I think these are. I think these are. Special days throughout the year. There's four solstices. You got your summer solstice, winter solstice, and all that. All those things. Stang 1892, welcome in. I don't understand your comment, but anyways, Micah Werner. Yeah, I appreciate Micah. Be like Micah. Micah said he's subscribed. I definitely appreciate it, guys. Micah, he said he's been here yesterday. I've been getting on every day. Yesterday, I went around a college campus. I'm trying to do like like go and talk to people in the world, because I think they not only need to know about robots and AI, but I think more people need to have caring conversations with them about how it's going to affect their lives. And I don't have the answers, guys. I don't have the answers, but I think people deserve to have the conversation. So that's what we do here. So, guys, since we started, we're at 116. We're at 118. So you guys are doing awesome. I feel great. Now I get the first few months I was getting like one follower, one follower, one follower. But yeah, let's get it. We're getting like 10 followers a day, and you guys are some of my early supporters. So thank you for being here. Definitely appreciate it. And I Bob, I'm not gonna say that, but welcome in. So winter solstice. If you don't know, like I think it's worth it to talk about these days. So I'm looking up on my computer now, guys. I have this new kind of setup here, where I got like I can look up things while we're talking, and I can try and teach what I can. So as we go throughout the year together, we can talk about the solstices. So solstices throughout the year, and tradition. You know what? I'm so used to, I'm a little older, so I'm used to just like typing in. But this is an AI and robotics channel. How about we hit up chat? I'm not a bit, let's use one of these AI tools, and we're gonna learn about the solstices. Hey, Micah Werner, thank you for being here. We'll see you again. Malachi Barton fan has a question. Let me know. Let me know what your question is, and while you ask your question, I'm gonna look up and try and educate you guys on solstices. So let's see what we get. All right, guys. It's the longest night of the year, so we're here. We're having a good conversation. We got people from all over the world. We have England, Holland, India, United States. We have a lot of people in the room. We have some return people. Okay. So here we go. So I got my AI answer here instead of for me. What time is it? Let's see. 8:11. Oh, you can't even see that. 8:11 for me here in the United States. So the solstices. Oh wow. The solstices are 2 days each year when the sun reaches its most extreme position in the sky, either highest or lowest point, because the axis is tilted about 23 degrees its orbit around the sun. So we got summer solstice, which is June 20th, 21st in the northern hemisphere, and the winter solstice, which is right now. You're experiencing it with me right now, December 21st through the 22nd, and it's the shortest day of the year, guys. So I like to say that every day is going to get brighter and brighter for you. If you look at a lot of these festivals this time of year, we have from Indian culture, we have the Diwali festivals of light. We know it's getting darker, but we want to celebrate, like light over dark, and brightening up those nights. So you light candles. I know there's I'm forgetting the name, but there's a Swedish holiday that happened last week, which is about lighting up the night. Um, Someone says, is it Ramadan soon? I'm not sure exactly when that is, but it might be a lot of festivals. Obviously we have Christmas. It's Christmas time. It's a very bright holiday. Great positivity because you gotta think about it. Even though it's these shorter days, I don't like the shorter days. I don't know about you guys, but I like having nice, long, bright days. Um, I think everything's better when there's more sun, longer days, and you know I view it like, okay, we've gotten through all the short days getting shorter, and now it's like a positive look. Like all the days are gonna get longer until the middle of summer, which is pretty cool. So another thing about the solstices, I think I saw on the news, there's something like about Stonehenge. So Stonehenge, if you don't know, we're talking about, there's two people from the United Kingdom. So Stonehenge is famously aligned with the solstices in a way that suggests they were, that was the intention of the builders, to align those with the solstices. There's tons of places around the world that are aligned perfectly around this time of the year. So it's very interesting. I think they're very significant times a year. I obviously feel like I get as the days get shorter, I get a little more tired, and then more energy as like the days get longer and longer. So in a way, I know like winter's just starting. Like at least where I live, it still gets colder into January and February. But for me, it's like I feel like the shortest day, like I can get, it's better and better for me after this. So, anyways, little side tangent there to educate you guys on the solstice. Why? Because it's just relevant to today, and I'm interested in things like that, and I thought it would be neat if you guys knew about it. I don't think I knew about it too much when I was like I didn't think about it too much when I was growing up, but now that I'm older, I think it's pretty cool that a lot of our holidays align with these like natural cycles of the world. We're part of the natural world, so um, I love that kind of stuff. I don't know about you guys, um, but yeah, I mean, robots and AI, they're being used in like all parts of society. So like, here's an example. Like even clothing, guys. So you see these pants. Um, they have these kind of robotic things that assist people with walking. So if you're going for a long trek, a long hike, and it may be a thing. It wasn't this Christmas. We went shopping earlier today, guys. We only saw the robotic vacuums in Costco where we went. But in Christmas next year, you might be able to buy like the robotic pants, and it might make you go faster, or help people with mobility issues. So these are more like positive things and stuff like that. So at this time, guys, I've been talking at you for a little while. I'm gonna put up a poll if there's any questions from the audience. I try and always tailor what I'm saying to like you guys' interest. It doesn't have to be about robots, but whatever questions that come to mind. Let me see, how do I do this? You know, um, Lewis said in the past million years, it's just been 1 million years. That's maybe a point or something. Hey, good morning, Mohit. Mohit, welcome in, SB Mohit. Mohit, let us know where you're from. We got people from all over the world tuned in. So, guys, I'm trying to put on a poll, but it's the first time I'm not seeing the option. So maybe I just can't do it right now. Yeah. Anyways, if you have questions, put them in the chat, and And Lewis, I mean, don't mind the moderator thing. I set it up on Streamlabs. I don't know. I haven't. I'm. I haven't adjusted the settings, but whenever someone puts a long message, it tells them to stop. But I like the long messages, guys. Send them. If you're interested in something, we'll do that for sure. So, I'm gonna look up. Okay, I'm pulling up all the technology news. So I'm seeing if there's anything interesting going on in the world. My predictions for 2026. Well, certainly, I mean, it's not much of a prediction. It's kind of, but what it's definitely what I see is, okay, I say it every night in the stream. Every in 3 years, 4 out of 5 people are going to be interacting with a humanoid robot daily. So just think about how much innovation is going to be coming in, like, every year you're going to start seeing more and more and more of these. And, that's, I think this channel is going to be lit because there's just so many new products hitting the market, and I'm going to be covering a lot of that. I'm more of a, short-term prediction type of, like, I used to work in investments, so I strongly believe it's very hard to predict more than, like, if you look at oil estimate, or if you look at any asset estimates, you can get better predictions in short-term estimates. If you try to go too far out, you can never get it right. So I try not to make long-term forecasts, but with all the investments anyways, not me saying, the whole industry saying, and I've seen the development, and I know robots are coming down the line in a big way, which is why I do my best to educate people on it, show them, teach them, have the caring conversations with them. Peter Milne, welcome into the room. First time I think I've seen you here, and he's giving me a compliment on the beard, so thank you. I appreciate it. So, Peter, this is the Robots and AI Live. Oh, we got Lewis P is asking what. So Peter Milne put a point that prediction is easy at the moment. It's AI. By the way, I predict wells way out, and we use a role regime awareness. Okay, but let me tell you something, Peter, because you're talking. I used to be an investor, and that was my career in my 20s, and we used AI models back in 2017. Okay, but what you have, with models, you get, okay, with 70% accuracy, whatever. I mean, in 70, 75, you can predict general things. But, with investments, it's hardly useful at all, because if you start using that way of your life, you're getting general knowledge. I mean, AI is no matter what, if you're using random forest, all these different methodologies of machine learning, you're gonna, and if you get something that works, other participants will understand, okay, this is how the AI is working, and then they'll take away that edge. So I'm just telling you about predictions. I know a lot about them. And you may have a different experience. I'm not saying you're wrong. I said that's my experience with AI and predictions and stuff like that. So, and I'd be interested to hear what you think, why you think it's easy. Okay, Lewis is asking, what airlines have I flown on? Okay, I have flown on a ton of airlines. Okay, I've flown Qatar Airlines. I've flown KLM, Delta. We work in 0.5 of naive as a baseline. Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on, like, what type of predictions you're trying to make. Like, short-term investments, I'm not confident it's a long-term strategy. But like I said, I was in that line of work. in the past. So, you may something new may have come out, and maybe you're killing it with your quants and stuff like that. So, what airlines have I flown? Okay, Qatar, Dutch Air, KLM. I really like KLM. Um, American Airlines. I used to fly American Airlines a lot. Frontier. Um, all the cheap airlines. I used to always get the Frontiers, the Allegiant Airlines, but now those airlines are like a little scary to fly on, to be honest. Like, I feel like, I don't know if it's I got older or what, but I used to be like, oh yeah, there's no difference in the flight. But nowadays, um, um, it's like, I don't know, like the flights get delayed all the time. Um, I guess Lewis, that's the thing with me. Like, flights have gotten flying the experience like so many delays and cancellations now. I'd always rather drive. Um, hey, A Marie. So A Marie is in here. She's said much love, going around showing smaller creators love, kindness, and respect. All right, thank you, A Marie. Appreciate you being in here. Um, Peter Milne said Emirates was my best experience. So we got Peter Milne. He's balling out in the chat, guys. He's saying he flies Emirates. I've never gotten an Emirates flight. It's very expensive. And we got Omar Saeed in here. Omar Saeed, um, very good friend of mine, and appreciate you being here. Um, my idol. I don't know if I just try to be the best that I can be. I don't really look at it that way. Probably my mom is closest. That's definitely my inspiration. Um, so keep grinding, pushing. Hey, I appreciate it, A Marie. A Marie's in here, spreading some. She says she's helping small creators out. I'm in that. I was just at 88 followers 2 days ago. I've been hitting the live streams hard, and we're at, I think, 115, 118 or something like that. Peter Milne said twice. He said not once, twice. This guy's, we got big money in the room, guys. Flying Emirates. Anyone else flew in Emirates? He said, where are you from, mate? I grew up in Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio. I live in the Carolinas now, but I've lived different places. Lived different places for sure. And look, Omar Saeed, we got another baller in the room, guys. We got the most exclusive comment section right now. Omar Saeed, he flew from Pakistan, Emirates, and man, we're learning tonight. So guys, tonight we've had people from Holland, we've had people from England, we've had people from Northern Ireland, we've had people where else do we have people from? I don't even remember where we've had people from, but all over the world. We've talked about, for people joining in, I talk about AI and robotics every day. Obviously, AI, it's no mystery that it's come in, it's changed a lot of things, and I think that's going to be accelerated with robotics. In 3 years, 4 out of 5 people will be interacting with a humanoid robot on a daily basis. And what I mean by humanoid robot, if you haven't seen, so these are kind of general tasks. This is like it's a dancing video, but this is a real robot. But they're trying to find the best things to make these like mass market at the moment. You see, we got Tesla. I don't have the Tesla robot on my phone right now, but we have they're doing all kinds of things, a lot of dancing. I mean, a lot of it's promo right now. So you see all these videos of them like doing backflips and all that stuff. But I'm telling you guys, so these are being installed with AI brains, and AI can learn something once, make a mistake and get better, and never make that mistake again. So I do think it's gonna there's gonna be a lot of benefits for society, like I pointed out earlier. It can take care of elderly people. There's definitely a gap there in care for people. So there's going to be a lot of good done with AI and robotics. And for example, in China, they're using, like in the US, they're trying to make this all robots that can do everything and anything. But in China, it's different. In China, the state approves certain uses for AI, and one of those is is um, is driving down the cost of cars with the use of AI. So they're using, across the board, they're making cheaper cheaper consumer products for their people over there, and it's a good use. Like think of all the problems that we can solve, um, if we use robots and AI. So I look at that positive aspect of AI, but I definitely want to prepare people to live the best lives that they can. And these are real issues, and it's not no one's coming to save you from these issues. So I encourage people to start, if you're passionate about something. We're talking about planes because a guy at the beginning of this stream said they love planes, and he started a plane channel, so we supported it. We pulled up that channel, and that's how we got on this plane discussion. But I try and highlight someone every time because it takes years to build your social media to a point where you can generate some income from it, but it could be worth it. I don't know if people here have gone through periods of unemployment, but it's tough. It's tough on you. It's tough on people around you, and you have to just kind of build a life for yourself. And you know nothing I can do. I can use. It's important to build an audience, because an audience, then you can eventually make money on the views. You can maybe I could be out here, if someone want to learn robots, I could be teaching the robot for free, and then I have a link to, like, if you guys want to build it at home, have a link to like the robot kit that I use, and make a few dollars off of that. But all those things could make a difference, and that's what I'm thinking now, about down the line what I want to do, and that's why I get on here every day, guys. So let's see. Can you sell me a robot? Well, I probably could, and maybe you'll see me on here selling you robots in the future. But it's not about me selling you. I mean, I want to have the meaningful conversations and educate you guys on robots. I did try. I tell you what, like, I mean, I'll tell you a little bit about my story. So, I worked. I worked in, like, out of college. I did operations jobs, marketing strategy jobs, and then I got into like investments. I did well in investments. I had my own business, and then I failed at those pursuits in my mid 20s. So then I came back and I got back into the workforce, and the jobs I was able to get. This is right when AI was coming out, and like the job market was getting worse. It was after 2022, and the jobs I was able to get were like, it was very hard to get a job at first. I was unemployed for a little while, and then I've been employed for the last 3 years. But the jobs are just not, they don't take care of your expenses in um, the way that you need to live. Like, honestly, the math isn't math. And so I started this YouTube. I've done other things on the side. But the thing is, I think that that's going to continue, like, more and more. So, you know, I'm trying to be caring when I say, like, you guys should start. If you love something, a lot of people who join here are like super young. I mean, they're like 0 to 10, 10 to like 15. Like, start now, set yourself up for later in life. And I'm not saying, I never encourage people to like go for it fully. because the odds are against you too much. You should do a job and build these side things that you can so that it helps you out. Bit of a rant there, but mitten knock plus. I am not Latino. I am not Latino. I'm very mixed. I'm British, so I'm my I was I'm British, Indian, um, and then go another generation. Portuguese and Scottish, Portuguese, Spanish, and Scottish. So I have a lot of these mixed things, and I grew up in the United States. So I'm kind of, I'm quite mixed with a lot. I think I look more Latino. Someone said, "Is this guy from Dubai?" With the beard, I look like that. Without the beard, I mean, I look like that. So, I can look all kinds of different. So we got someone from Germany in the room, guys. Let's welcome in Mitten Nacht Plus. Thank you for joining. We got another country, guys. I think we've had like at least 10 countries in here. Maybe not 10, maybe like 6 or something like that. But 60% of your former salary when you're employed for 1 year. Yeah, man. I mean, I've never, even though I was unemployed, I never took unemployment because when I wasn't, I was an employer when I wanted to return, when my business shut down. So like, I don't think you don't get unemployment if you were, you know, if you were doing your own thing, and I was doing my own thing. So I never, um, yeah, in the U.S. I think they have something like that. I don't think it's that level, but yeah, I don't know, but yeah. So Peter saying great beard again, man. This guy's complimented my beard twice. But yeah, I mean, I kind of prefer the clean look, but I feel like everyone always likes when I have my beard. So not that I do it for anyone else, but I just had my wedding recently, so um, it was like kind of the look I worked on, and that's what I did. So guys, what I'm trying to do is I'm looking up the biggest trending topics in the world. We got Angelica Galicia in here. Welcome in, Angelica. Um, my sister's name's Angelica as well. So welcome in, welcome in. I appreciate you being here. Angelica, where in the world are you from? So what we're doing is we're trying to go over, guys, for the new people joining in. We talk about robots and AI, in this on this channel. That's kind of like my area of focus, but more important than just learning about the technologies and AI is it's changing. It's changing fundamentally society because we've always been, if you look at you know how a society works, you get trained as a laborer, and as a laborer, you make your in exchange for your labor, you get money, and your money takes care of your things. But less and less we're being valued as laborers. We're actually becoming more valued for our consumer, like what we spend, consumer habits, and I think our ability to distribute. And that's just a fancy way. I get sometimes I get a little too smart sounding. I'm not trying to do that, but that's just a way that I think you guys should all build your following and that sort of stuff. So biggest single change we've ever seen has started, and now is the time to understand how to play a part. Yeah, I mean, it's always the time's always now, man. I mean, it's always like, and tomorrow might be something else. All right. Angry Man, welcome in. I always tell everyone welcome in, but that's all. So, guys, I'm trying to now get into what's going on in the world. It's the winter solstice, so it means the longest night of the year, and because of that, we gotta, I feel like there's holidays on all the long nights. You gotta light it up, and I'm trying to come with a lot of energy for you guys tonight. And so, we're gonna review, what's going on in the world. Maybe we'll learn something. We learned about what the winter solstice is, about Stonehenge, about different robots, about that sort of thing. And let's see. So I'm looking up the latest like science-related news. Okay. Oh, and it Northern Lights, Three Eye Atlas, Interstellar. What do you guys think about that? I feel like it was in the news a lot. Hasn't been covered much recently. Ruggins, welcome in. Sad Panda, welcome in. This is a robotics and AI channel, so we just try to cover all those things. Science, so three-eye interstellar object. So Peter saying they wouldn't bother. Well, you know what? I disagree, man. So like, I feel like a lot of people get down on Earth, like, everything we do, and we do have I do think, we do have a lot of suffering and things that aren't good for people, but uh, our Earth is so beautiful to me. I mean, you guys gotta. I encourage you guys to all go out in nature, go on hikes, see the world if that's what you like to do. Check out the mountains, check out some relatively untouched places of our world. I mean, our world is so beautiful. Like, I think we have to do our part and acknowledge that. We get. I think it's a big problem. We spend so much time on our phones in like digital realities and in VR and stuff like that. And this is coming from a technology guy because you like today's a reminder. We're in the winter solstice, the longest night of the year, and it comes every year at the same time. It affects, like when the days get shorter, people get a bit more tired because you're getting less sunlight. I mean, we're all natural biological, um, beings, and we're all part of the earth, and I think we got to appreciate that. And there might be, I think it's confirmed there is, Three Eye Atlas. If you look at the Senate hearings in the United States, I mean, they've confirmed that there's intelligent life that can, move faster than any military capabilities that we currently have, and that's kind of public record. So, it's I really appreciate our Earth and being part of it, and like I said, we were talking about robots earlier. I was like, look, things can always get worse and things can always get better, and you just have to focus on that. And let me see what you said. That's beautiful if you travel that distance, but we may think they're ridiculous problems. They may have, I mean, they may not. We may be creating our own issues and stuff like that, and that's why, like, if you look at these like uh sightings and stuff, whatever, like around like things like nuclear facilities. I think that came up in the hearings. Like they they don't want to let us. They just kind of let us do our thing, and we may be we may- we tend to focus. So here's something. We tend to focus on negative things far more than positive things. So that's why the news, if you look at it as a business model, is just It wants to increase the viewership. And if that's the formula, like, you can never just put out positive good things all the time, because your views would drop, because something in the brain is like, okay, if there's something that makes me scared or something like that, then I need to pay attention. It's like a protective thing. Like, I need to pay attention so that I know what to look out for. So I don't know, man. But getting off track here, guys. I actually need to grab water real quick. If you guys hopefully stay on. I know sometimes all the viewers drop, but I just need to grab some water because I've been talking a lot, and I want to put up a poll for you guys. Um, damn. If you guys got questions, put them in the chat, and I'll get right to them when I'm back. I'll try to be 20 seconds. All right, guys. I appreciate you. That's one thing I've gotten way better at. When I used to, when I was starting live streaming, I would talk for 20 minutes, and that was it. Like, I would lose, like, my voice would be hoarse. But I can 1 hour, and I just got my first, like, oh, I'm doing a lot, and I'm gonna try to go a while, guys. I'll go as long as I can for you. It's the longest night. I feel like we're having good conversation in this room. People are sharing their passions, and it's pretty cool. So, guys, let me know where you're from. Let me know, things you're passionate about. If you have channels yourself, let me know, and we'll try and look at those. Come on, guys, chug, chug, chug. All right, guys. Well, we got on that little three-eye atlas just because it's like a trending news thing again. Although trending news, but I haven't really. I saw about it a couple weeks ago, but technology, 5G, MacBook Pro. Um, Not too interesting, man. Carl, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I had hit mute on accident and I hadn't realized it. So thanks to Carl for letting me know. Carl, welcome in. This is a robotics and AI channel. So we go over like we try to teach everyone about all the robots, all the AI. But more importantly, we have that conversation with people. Here's what it's going to look like in the next few years. The biggest issue for most people is the it kind of throws off the supply demand of the job market, and so a lot of people have to compete against AI robots at work, or even worse, go through unemployment or whatever. So we try and encourage people to start building. I think the easiest thing to do. I've done all kinds of different businesses. The easiest thing to do is to start by just posting about things that you enjoy on your social media and try and build that like in a business focused way. And we try and do that here. So um, welcome in, welcome in. We got people from all over the world tonight. Um, let's see. But yeah, guys, I want to. Dang. Anyways, let's look at the investments that we've had in AI and robotics this year, and we'll see if there's anything cool that we can pull up. So what I have here is an investment report. So it'll be hard for you guys to read that. So um, Chemlex, a self-driving um, drug discovery startup, AI, got $45 million. ZS Robotics, high density warehouse automation. Medra, drug discovery as well. So what we're seeing is a lot of investment in the past week in drug discovery with AI and robotics. Brain chip, what's this? Neuromorphic AI processor. So this is something they'll put in your brain. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Like, I think it's kind of ridiculous to try and add to what we are. I think everyone, like, have you seen? Did you guys learn in school like we only use 2% of our brains or something like that? Like, we don't know. Like, we're capable of so much. Like, we don't need these chips and all that. I don't know what you guys think. So the biggest round, um, 70 million humanoid robots, deep robotics. So I haven't even heard of that question. Hey, Pika Plays, welcome in, guys. Guys, we're an hour and a half into the stream tonight. We've gone over a lot of the different types of humanoid robots, but I'm seeing a lot of new names here. So we're gonna go over, just some of the main ones on the market. One cool one, I think. Pika. Pikachu was one of my favorite Pokemon for sure. I used to have this backpack. It was like Pikachu backpack. I still got it actually. But welcome in, Pikachu. Pika Plays. All right. Anyways, so let's check out. So this is a new company, and this is I think the most like comforting robot that I've seen. You see right there on the screen. It's called the Memo. It's by Sunday Robotics, and it's like an at-home robot that helps with the dishes, helps with the laundry. Carl H said, "We'll keep pushing along." Hey, you gotta, set up your life. Just keep pushing, and if you got a social media or anything you want to share, we'll pull it up. We'll pull it up for the audience here. So this is a helpful home robot, guys, and it's honestly the best looking one that I've seen. I think a lot of these robots look kind of scary. And I don't know if you've seen like the UB Walker S. Those things are scary, man. Let me pull it up for you guys and I'll show you. But those things look just like straight out of iRobot. Um, yeah, so look at these. These are the other ones. So I think like these, I mean, they don't look friendly to me, you know? Like I think with the design, we gotta focus on ones we want to be around, you know? And these ones, a focus is like changing their own battery and that stuff like that. So pretty crazy, pretty crazy. So we're at the longest night of the year, guys. Winter solstice. So I hope I've been brightening up some people's nights. You know, it's the holiday time. Sometimes it's holiday cheer. Sometimes holidays are the hardest for some people. So um, Carl's asking about air taxis. Um, I mean, I'm not against them, but I probably wouldn't want to get in one. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like with planes, they're like so regulated. Welcome in, Paul Q Rule. Welcome in, first time. I think Xpeng air taxi. We're gonna pull up a video of the air taxi because Carl's asking about it. So guys, what do you think about this? So I mean, I think they're pretty cool, but I wouldn't trust one to be honest. Like, um, I think I mean I barely I know like there's the stats that like planes are way safer than even driving, but you know I've been on some sketchy planes in the last few years, and I grew up. You know, the first time I flew on a plane, I was 3 months old. I traveled, you know, a lot in my life, and I feel like the last few years really is like the pandemic. I feel like the amount of pilots, you know, I don't know what happened, but now I have a little hesitancy to fly. I don't know about you guys. You guys think it's changed in the last few years, or you're all the same? And I feel like the delays are way worse too. I mean, I think the pandemic type stuff, like it did something to the airlines. Drone delivery services, you know, that's cool, man. You know, like I think Uber and Lyft, they're focusing on doing drone delivery. I don't know. We got people from all over the world. I don't know if they have them in your city, but let's see. Let's look at that. So, you know, Walmart is delivering drones. Imagine that. What do you guys think? I mean, to me, that's just convenient, but I mean, it's hard. It's hard. Like me thinking of the economics of that. Like, you know, I'm paying like $4. I mean, if they can make it work, they can make it work. But um, I like the idea. I mean, get a drone delivered to your house. I mean, I think that's cool. I think in China, China's really been like a ahead of it. Like they have these kiosks where you can get food. I think they like you can order KFC and that sort of stuff. So yeah, there's definitely like there's a lot of cool stuff with drone delivery. You know what I mean? So like I fully embrace like I said like there's a lot of good things I think coming out of the robotics and AI. And we're gonna see a lot of cool stuff like drone deliveries. I think are sweet. Flying cars. I mean, it's cool, but I'm not a I'm not into that. I don't think I wouldn't do it. It's like, do you like roller coasters? Like, they're cool, but I don't like doing them too much, to be honest. Like when I was in high school, I used to like getting on the roller coasters for like the adrenaline. But now that I'm older, nah, I'm cool. Um, so look, it looks like in the U.S. we're gonna be seeing them pretty soon. Yeah, I guess so. I guess like I mean, I wouldn't want to be the first for sure. Like with technology, so I mean, I've worked as a project manager. I've launched a product, my own product. Um, there's always things that you don't consider when you launch something, and I think it's going to be the same with this. So like, you know, I think people who have a vested interest. I mean, like you look at Tesla, full FSD or whatever, or like the Waymo taxis. So they say they're safer than a driver. They're this, but we saw recently that um, like in LA, I don't know if you've seen the video of like the Waymo, like it doesn't stop for school buses. There was like a standoff between a police and like a criminal, and the Waymo driver, because it's not prepared for that scenario, so it just went straight through it. Maybe I can pull up that video. Um, I'll pull up those too, Carl. And thank you guys for joining. We've had a good run this weekend. I've been making videos for the last 2 months since I started this channel, and I started doing live stream heavy the last couple days, and I've gotten tons of followers, so must be doing all right, huh? Tons of followers. I don't mean like crazy amount, but uh, I've been getting like 10, 20 every time I hop on live, which is pretty cool. Pretty active chat. I'll pull that up right now actually for you guys. So I started this. We were at I think 113 tonight. We're 119. Let's see what we got. 121. That's pretty awesome. So still got a long way to go. I think but 121, it is big for me. All right. Archer Innovation, Eat Pony. We're gonna look at these. Thank you for sharing, Carl. By the way, I appreciate it. So Archer Innovation. We were talking about taxis, drone delivery. This looks like it's U.S. So this is like a military drone. Looks like. And the other one, Eat Pony. Yeah, my bad. Whenever I lose my connection, I think the mic goes out. So, but thank you for letting me know. Um, someone said look up Eat Pony, but I don't really see. I don't see much there. It's like a company. All right, guys. Longest night of the year. It's the winter solstice, so we're trying to brighten it up, teach you about robots and AI, which is what I try to do every night when I get on here. And Pony AI. Okay, okay, got you. Pony AI. So yeah, guys, we're just trying to tailor it to whatever you guys want to talk about. So we got Carl. He's sharing some companies that he knows in the space. So Pony AI. This is the video. That looks like Waymo. Is this Pony? I don't know if that was it, but anyways, guys. Dang. I think this is AI. But yo, that reminds me. I've seen this super interesting Kawasaki horse. You guys seen the Kawasaki horse, which is a prototype. I'm gonna show that Kawasaki horse. Hey guys, look at this. This is a prototype that Kawasaki's gonna put out. Like that looks pretty cool to me. But room, let me know. I feel like my chat was high energy earlier, and I was keeping up the high energy. Again, I feel like it's just been Carl talking, and I appreciate Carl a lot, guys. Let's say thank you to Carl. He's been driving the conversation, telling us about all these companies that he's obviously researched. But guys, let's make this chat live, or I'll probably call it for the night. I think I've been on for like probably close to 2 hours now. So let's see. The Kawasaki, yeah, man. I saw that yesterday. I was on the live, and I was like, whoa, that's awesome. But I love actual like, I think it's the coolest thing. But can't beat a real horse to me. But I'm sure a lot of people would prefer this Kawasaki. Hey, Carl, appreciate it, man. Carl, I've learned from you tonight. I learned some companies. So there you go, guys. I always say it's important to have conversations because other people bring a lot of stuff to the table too, and that's what I try to do. We just got another spike. Lungelo Mbanja. Where are you from? That's an interesting last name. I'm interested in it. Pony AI. I'm gonna look up for you. But to be honest, a lot of the videos I try to look up were about the like the stock. Yeah, I don't know, man. I really okay. This is like the promo video for Pony AI. So it looks like it's a Lexus car there. It looks like they maybe just they added on. Hey, 8 in the chat, Carl. We going up. Yeah, so Pony AI looks like it's like it's not really the full car. It's like an add-on. It reminds me of you guys hear the Field AI? Look, the first video that comes up on Field AI, look who it is. Oh, that's my video. So I got TikTok too, guys. But actually, I don't post on there because I feel like it's been a waste of my like not a waste, but I wanted to focus on YouTube. Um, Damn, I can't find anything on Field AI now. But Field AI is another type of it's like Pony AI. It's like a very similar thing. All right, guys, what to do to get the energy up in here, man? Let's do some push up, not some push up, some jumping jacks. Because, guys, it's the longest night of the year. What that means is every night from here on out is going to get lighter and brighter for you. So, I think it's a good time of the year to hop on and do an extended live as I've been doing. We're almost at 2 hours here. And the reason why is because um, naturally these these this time of year there's not as much sun. You see, you know, if you go out in nature, the leaves fall off, everything. So it's slow. It's okay if you feel a little more tired at this time of year, just because naturally, we're further away from, the source of our energy of the sun. We're getting less of it. So be easy on yourself if you're a little more tired, a little less motivated than usual, and know that from here on out, as soon as this night's over, you're gonna get a little bit more sun, a little bit more energy. It's um Lungello, are you from Africa? Yeah, less vitamin D. So you're gonna get more and more, and so you'll have time to start building things for yourself. On this channel, we go over all the robots and AI, but the most important conversation is the conversation, that 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 you have that's about, okay, how do I get to a better place in my life than I am now? Okay, whatever the situation is, it may be horrible, it may be great, but you can always make it worse. You can always make it better, and if you want to make it better, you need to have other options than your current job. You need your job, but build side things, and building things on the side takes time. And I've been a business owner. I've tried a lot of these businesses. I think the hardest thing is to start building an audience. So I encourage you guys to, if you're passionate about something and you've made a video, post it. Just post your username. We can pull it up. We can try and get the people who join in to, check out your video. But start now, because it takes years to get to a point where you're making any money on social media. And I just tell you that this is not like a small creator channel. I don't do anything like that, but it's a robotics channel, and you'll learn about the robots and AI, but you need to know how to best um, live your life so that you're kind of prepared for all that. And Langelo Mumbaja, I hope I'm saying your name right. He's from South Africa, so we have South Africa tonight. We've had Holland, all these different places, so all over the world. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here. We're gonna do a quick check-in on followers. So we've been at 121, guys. We started at 113. Let's see what we got. 122. Peace, Lungello. Hey, thank you for being here. South Africa in the house tonight, and we definitely appreciate you being here. All right, guys. I'm gonna take a little talking break, but I'm gonna be looking at the chat. So if you guys got any questions, maybe I always miss that survey thing. If you guys have questions, let me know. We're just hanging out. Have I heard of fog mist harvesting? No. What's that, man? I'm gonna look it up though. Fog harvesting. All right, guys. So guys, Carl is sharing a technology that takes the fog and creates a water source out of them. He thinks it's going to be big. What do you guys think? Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. That's definitely pretty cool. Um, be big. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of investment in this thing, but it is pretty cool. So we've got fog harvesting. Who I've never heard of that, man. Carl, I appreciate you being on the stream. Like I've learned from you tonight, guys, and that's why I always encourage you to participate because um, you never know what you're gonna learn from people. Like as I was on campus yesterday doing like a live tour, and I just talk to people. I feel like people don't talk with each other that much anymore because like we have like all the fake talking online. But that's why I like live streaming over anything else. All right, guys, I feel like I'm getting a little low energy. Maybe I just need. I'm gonna get one more water if you guys hang out. We'll see you in a sec. Hey, Carl, appreciate you. Appreciate it. Hey, Saeed, still in here, man. Welcome in. Do I like Cheetos? Lungello. I am in North Carolina, so United States, North Carolina. It's like middle of the country. Um, so that's the location where I'm at, and it's 60 degrees today. It's pretty good weather. I was in Ohio last week. It was like 1 degree. I'm talking Fahrenheit. You might be Celsius. Um, but yeah, I'm in North Carolina. So Bear 111, do you like Cheetos? Is what he said, right? I don't like. I used to like. I mean, I had them as a kid, but um, you want me to show you what chips that I like? I'll show you. Omar Saeed, welcome back in, man. I don't know if you've been here for a while, but thank you, thank you. Omar's great at speaking too. He gave a good speech. All right, guys, I'm about to pull out my snacks. All right, you guys are about to see my snacks. I'm gonna go to my kitchen and pull out what I eat. All right. Talking about chips on my live stream. All right, guys. So he asked if I liked Cheetos. Nah, but this is what I go for. All right, because I love chips. All right, I've always loved potato chips. In England, there's like Walker's Crisp. I love those chips. Growing up, I ate all kinds of chips from Cincinnati, like Grippo's chips. But I have gotten a little more, health conscious. Like we didn't have the knowledge that we do now about whether things are good for you or bad for you. And chips generally are in the not so good for you category, especially something like Cheetos. So what I did, I still eat chips, but you see, made with avocado oil. All right, so like the oil matters. Like all this vegetable oil, palm, like the different oils that they have make it make it worse for you. So avocado oil, calories. All right, so 14 chips. Here you go. 150 calories. Saturated fat. All right, we got 1.5 grams in 22 chips. So you tell me, is it good? This is the best, but here's what's important to me. The best thing that's important to me is the ingredients. It's just potatoes, avocado oil, sea salt. So, I still like chips. I want. Should I tell you guys what I have my chips with? And I don't just have chips alone. All right, guys, you getting the full meal hack here. All right, guys. So I like the Canyon Boulder avocado oil. I get these from Costco. I was at Costco earlier today. Those chips they're not lying. They're so good. So good, so good. But you guys are about to see the full meal, all right? And it's a big surprise, guys. You guys might be super surprised. So just hang tight. I'm gonna grab the secret ingredient that I have with the chips in just 1 second, all right? Guys, I never thought we'd be on here talking about the chips. So you don't know the secret ingredient, and I guarantee you, you may have never ever seen this dish before. All right? So, a few years back, bags bigger than suitcase, you got Costco, man. So I got into eating sardines, all right? And I love sardines now, but they don't smell the best, but they have they're high on the smelling bad index or something. I've read about it. But on the taste index, they don't taste how they smell, okay? And they're super healthy for you. They're organ meats. So I started eating wild Pacific sardines. And I have it with like some mayonnaise. And then I grab the chips and I put them on the chips. So who's heard of anyone doing that? So, what I'm doing here, guys. And, I also put, I won't give you the full recipe, guys. I gotta hold some things. But they're super healthy. All right, you have like them with mayonnaise. So I'm getting some good nutrition there. And then the chips, processed food, I try to stay away from it, but the chips are just too good for me. And I'm not about to be cutting a potato and throwing them in the oven. So these chips are, at least they're just avocado oil. They don't have like a million flavors on them. I think that's where a lot of the unhealthy stuff it comes in, is when you get the all the flavors. So you see the ingredients here, just 3. And also, certified gluten-free. They don't have anything like that. And so I make like you can make like chicken salad or, you probably never heard of sardine salad, guys. You ever heard about it? Put it in the comments. But it's just something I've been trying recently, and I love it. I love it. So I don't know. The comment section got quiet when I pulled out the sardines. You guys are amazed, huh? But anyways, that's the exclusive. Exclusive tonight. It's the longest night of the year, and you guys just got a killer recipe for eating. I'm gonna take that back. Not killer. It's a amazing recipe. It's cheap. You get 5 for $10. So you can have a pretty nutritious meal with the 80 Lucy. Welcome into the room. Everyone doesn't like the sardines, but I like them, man. And I think they're good. I think more people should eat them because they're healthy for you. Um, it's a tough sell, though. I'll tell you that. Tough sell. In fact, it's funny. I have this video saved on my phone, but I'll show you guys. Um, uh, so if you've seen like this guy make videos, so I don't. I mean, I'm not gonna play the whole video, but it's becoming a trend that like people like top doctors are coming out saying you should eat more sardines, and now you've seen someone eat sardines, so maybe you should try it. But I'll tell you, the amount of mayonnaise you put in um affects how good it tastes. Like I can eat them straight. I can eat sardines straight like out the can, but if I want it to taste better, just add mayonnaise to taste. And more mayonnaise than it tastes like anything else. Have them with a chip if you want to do it Jason Modal style. But other than that, I don't know how you guys got me on here. But I love chips, and I'm glad someone asked me about Cheetos and stuff like that. But there you go. Carl says he likes sardines and tomato sauce. 80 Lucy has some memories of sardines. Okay, let's go, guys. Well, see, you guys are carrying the conversation. I was a little tired there before someone brought it up, but yeah, we going. I think, guys, I'm at 2 hours. I've been on for 2 hours, but that's what you got to do. I really want to. So I'll tell you guys, I have this big goal to get to 1,000 followers by February, and so we're at 122, and I was at 88 a few days ago. I've been hitting this hard, and I think we're gonna get there. I think we're gonna get there. If I could do what I did over the last 3 days, um, last 3 days for 50 days in a row, then I could hit 1,000 followers, like with the growth rate that I had. 95 LT, welcome in. Thank you for commenting. I think this is the first time I've seen you in the room. We're a robotics channel. We're just talking about chips at the moment. But these chips, they sell them. I don't know. Are you in the United States? If you're in the United States, they sell them at Kroger, Harris Teeter, those type of stores. They do, but you get like a small bag for like $4 or something like that. But if you want this huge bag, look, it's 1 pound, 22 ounces, and it's like $6. So it's a huge deal at Costco. Am I investing in quantum mechanics companies? Quantum mechanics or quantum computing? I guess similar things, but short answer, no. Yeah, I mean, with that, I mean, there's been quantum computers for quite some time. I'm not sure. I'm not sure the product is there yet. You know, I mean, they're they're getting closer, I think, but um, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much traction it will get there. All right, guys. So you've learned about my diet. Let's get back to you know, new people coming in. What do we do here? You know how we do. We talk about robots, AI. Here's an interesting thing. I saw this post. It's like if you look at all of a lot of Elon's product launches, there's like a lot of similarities with that iRobot. Like his robo taxi looks just like the taxi in iRobot. Um, a lot of his new cars look like that. Um, Car, I don't have anything for you on that. You know, I there's like I like to talk about things that I'm I think if you're on earlier, someone was asking me about predictions. I was like, predictions are extremely hard outside of it might have been you, I don't know, but extremely hard out the longer time horizon you go off of, and it's certainly a longer time horizon type of asset. The way it moves, very sporadic. So um, I don't have any publicly available stance on that. No, I appreciate you. I don't mind the questions. I just I try and just I'm big on I don't want to mislead anyone. Stuff I'm saying, like, if I know the technology, if I know about it, if I think it's I believe in it, I'm happy to share about it. But beyond that, what else is going on, guys? I'm gonna hit the news. What's going on in the news? I don't read it too often, but um, okay. Here's something pretty cool. BTB Welcome in, welcome in. And BTB. I mean, this is what I do, man. I do live streams. At least I'm trying to do them more and more. Educate people, have good conversations. So this is what I'm doing here. All right. So innovation section. All right. I'll focus on here because here's a cool thing. So this engineer, Michaela Benthouse, she went to space in a wheelchair. So that's a pretty cool thing. What do you guys think about space? Let's talk about space. Um, Carl, great question. We'll talk about that as well. So, robots and AI have the capability to replace majority of the labor that we do. Um, and often here's a stat my wife shared with me that 3 out of 4 people do not work out. 3 out of 4 adults do not work out at all. And if you talk to most adults, it's like because of um if you Longelo, yeah, I'll get to that. So if you talk to most adults, it's like, oh, I have to work a lot, I have to do this. I mean, we often blame work for a lot of our poor habits, and fair enough. It is when you're working a lot, it's hard to do anything else. But um, that's why I like to say, you can always make your life worse, you can always make it better, but you got to choose your actions. So do I think there's going to be some people that get even lazier, even more unhealthy with like robots and AI doing tasks around the house? Like if you look at something like the Figure robot, A lovely auto race. Thank you. I appreciate it. Um, Welcome in, by the way. I think it's the first time here. This is like a robots AI channel. Um, I try and educate people on that, and then just chill and have good conversations with people. So we're talking about, will robots make people lazier? So if you got a robot like this, like doing chores in your house, um, I think it does have the potential that people will just like not do anything for themselves, and uh, and so it's important that people, with the people they interact with, the content they inspire, like they get inspired to do something for themselves and hold that philosophy, make the most of my days, weeks, and life. um Lovely auto race. I will go into that in a second. But yeah, Carl, I mean, it's an individual question, I think. But what I can do is, I try and encourage people. At one point, I was telling people in the chat, maybe we should do it right now. You guys share your step count for the day. How many steps did you get in? Because, I just switched over to Android. Um, but my step count would be nice today. I'll tell you guys. My step count probably over 25,000. Um, Let me see if I brought this phone with me. Dang. So it's not. I don't even have health data on this phone anymore. Um, does Android have step count, guys? Like the thing? I haven't even looked. But anyways, I'm not his. Well, I'm a little, very little bit Hispanic. But my step count, I think is probably close to 24,000 today. Cause I did like an 8 mile walk in the morning. Um, so Longello, you asked a question about um, the lady who went to space. I was sharing this news story. So, dang. So it was a Blue Origin. So Longello from South Africa. Longello's from South Africa, who asked the question. Yeah, it was a Blue Origin flight. So Blue Origin is Jeff Bezos of Amazon's space company, and he's been sending a lot of celebrities and stuff like that on flights. And he went to like he sent Katy Perry and all those people recently, but that's who sent the lady in the wheelchair. So oh, okay, lovely auto race. Asking about my beard. So my beard is my ethnicity. So uh I'm Brit. I'm English. Born there, but grew up my whole life in United States, anyways. But so English, Indian, Indian, and then Portuguese, Spanish is like further into my genes. So quite mixed. But I look this way mostly with my beard. Like if you take my beard, like this is the look I have. So I can do a lot of different looks. But thank you guys for admiring my beard. That's like one of the second most thing people say. So, and Longello, thank you for asking your questions. I mean, it's a good first step to be curious about what's going on in the world. And I appreciate you joining in from South Africa. And that's cool, man. So what part of of your life are you guys in? Are you guys like younger? Like, I have people that are 10 to 15, older, 20s, 30s, elderly people sometimes. We are all mixed. Yeah, definitely. I mean, nowadays for sure. What about you, lovely auto race? What are you working with? Oh, put this on the wrong thing. Carl, guess my age. Carl, I'll guess 20. 18 to 20. Land Go IU. So Lovely's from Mexico, Dad's from Lebanon. That's pretty cool. And are you based in Lebanon or Mexico or United States or? Tim says I stopped counting. All mixed. Not even close, man. How old? You guys want to guess? You guys want to guess my age? Nah, it's all good. We'll do something else. But going further into the news. All right, guys. We got You see AI toys taking over Christmas shopping lists. I was at Costco earlier and I was live streaming with you guys, and there was only one robot I saw in the whole store for sale, and that was the robot vacuum. So those are obviously those are obviously the most popular ones, and they they were for sale there. But they're getting more popular. I think next year we'll see some more robots like available in the store. People getting them because they're rolling out pretty quick. All right, let's see what else is going on in AI news, guys. I'm checking out BBC. So UK to ban deep fake AI notification apps. That's good. Those shouldn't be online. Uh, why the world is running on frankincense. That's an interesting one. I wonder why that's under innovation. You guys know about that's like a Christmas time type thing. Let's look at it. So you guys know what frankincense is? It comes from trees, but it was also um, it's like in the story of Christmas time and one of the things. So here you go. We got people from Africa. So Somaliland, the breakaway region of Somalia. So these are the trees. So yeah, it's associated with the biblical gift given to Jesus with gold and myrrh. Um, he said, however, it has associations. It takes 10 years or more for a tree to recover from damage inflicted by harvesting. So yeah, that's what you got to consider. When like extraction is something that we do a lot, but we cause a lot of harm through that. Anyways, guys, you guys are pretty warm on the age. I'll give you that. Pretty warm, pretty warm, pretty warm. No one guessed it though. No one guessed it. All right, guys. Should I close it or you got more topics? If you got more topics, I'll go max 15 more minutes. Lovely Otto. Give it a guess. You get one number. Give it a guess. Nope. Will I buy a Roomba? Probably not. I mean, it's not on my list of priorities of things to buy, but um, maybe one day I'll be on here and I'll be like a prominent robotics creator. I don't think there are many. Like I think it's like maybe I'm like the only one who does live streams like this, but don't have the following yet. But we're getting there. We've got 40 followers, I think, recently. So, but I would do some. I would like showcase robots and products like that. But and guys, as we do our last 10 minutes, if you guys want to hit the subs, 122, it would help me out a lot. I always try and help others display their profiles on here when there's someone who is interested and is kind of building their own social media. So appreciate if you guys do the same. And yeah, I just got a follower, so I don't know who it was, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So any questions before I wrap it up? Hey, lovely auto race. I appreciate it. It's cool hearing about you and you're from Lebanon and Mexico, or your family was from there. I've read there's a lot of cool places in Lebanon, like I've heard about. In Mexico, I've been on a trip there. I went to the what's it called? That'll be the final thing I do before I wrap up, guys. I'll try and pull up this place I went to in Mexico. It was like pyramids or something like that. We got Angelica in here. Angelica, you know what I'm talking about? What was this thing called? Yeah, it was this thing. This thing. You guys, Chichen Itza. Chichen Itza. So, it's Chichen Itza. So, it's a cool thing. Like there, you could do, you can like clap and it echoes right back. So it kind of, it's a really cool place in Mexico. I don't know if you guys have ever heard about it. Chichen Itza though. It's like a seventh wonder of the world. Let me see if, okay, here's what I'm talking about. So the guides will like clap and you hear a perfect echo. So, a cool place in the world, Mexico. So there you go. Guys, I've had a great night with you all. We've got to 123 subs. You know, just for a few days, been doing this. So, you guys must be liking it, and I appreciate your participation. I try and be as interactive as I can, bring the conversation to you. Um, we're going to cover all the robots and AI. We're going to make sure you guys. I'll try to have content that's educating, but the most important conversation is about how you interpret the information, how you learn, and structure your life to go towards something positive. So I'll leave you with that note. It is the longest night of the year, and tomorrow, going forward, every day is going to get brighter and brighter until midsummer. So that's a great thing, guys. This week I'm going to hit the streams hard. So if you need someone, hang out with the holidays. I'll be streaming. I'm going to try to stream 4 hours a day. Trying to build up my social media. So thank you guys, and talk soon. See ya.